mix. Sports mix. Yeah. You in the mix. Rockin' with Kenny. When it comes to news, man, he got plenty. You in the sports mix with Kenny. News and knowledge. A lot of dope techniques make kids become scholars. You need to tune in. A lot of hot topics. When it comes to sports, Kenny sound like a prophet. You in the mix, man. You in the mix. Plus, he keep you up on all the hottest trends. Plus, you never know who he has as a guest. So grab a cold one, man, and just tune in. You in the mix, man. You in the mix. You in the mix. Sports mix. You in the mix. Rockin' with Kenny. When it comes to news, man, he got plenty. You in the mix, man. You in the mix. You in the mix. Sports mix. You in the mix. You rockin' with Kenny. When it comes to news, man, he got plenty.
Sports mix. Big Kenny in the building. Got my guy Bruce. Bruce, what's up?
What up, Kenny?
Got my man Dean O in the building. What's up?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Yeah, what's up, fellas? Hey, so I had before we get into the Ravens and stuff, I had the photo up in the background there of young fella from Alabama A&M, Medrick Burnett Jr. So he got injured in the game, I guess back in October, and he been pretty much in the hospital ever since, and he succumbed to them injuries last week. With football, man, and they talk about the player safety and all the hoopla they do about player safety. We know really it's about the player money. It's about the money. It ain't about the player safety as much as they want us to believe. But that story to me didn't get enough airplay. It didn't get enough notoriety. People wasn't talking about it enough. I didn't see it a lot on the ESPNs and the news shows and stuff like that. Had this kid went to Alabama or USC or Notre Dame or one of the big schools, it'd probably been world news, but he went to Alabama A&M. He got a little bit of airplay here and there, but not nearly enough in my opinion. So I want to dedicate the show to that young man tonight, Medrick Burnett Jr., Alabama A&M football player, man. Lost his life living out his dream, playing college football. And, people, once upon a time when you're young and you got those dreams of being whatever it is, and you get an opportunity to do it, and I'm sure, if he was conscious at all after the injury, his biggest thing was, I just want to get back on the field. So dedicate the show to him tonight. Rest in peace, young man. Prayers out to his family, to the Alabama A&M football team, program, the college, everything. Just want to send my condolences. So show is dedicated to Medrick Burnett Jr. tonight. So just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah, I saw that too. I saw that, as we were coming on the show, in the background there. No, that was a real good gesture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. They didn't give it a lot of airtime. And typically, man, football is it's a community, man, for real. And like when one go down, it's like a police officer. A police officer go down in Louisiana, and they sending officers from all over the country to attend that funeral. Mm-hmm. And football is sort of like that too. When you have a person who get paralyzed or have a traumatic injury, usually they broadcast that thing, man. But yeah, they didn't get this thing enough airtime. Alabama A&M. That's a HBCU?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. No, that got something to do with it. And
You know
just
it does.
this country has always clearly shown that it values certain lives more than it value other lives.
Absolutely.
Never
Absolutely.
mind.
What, you got anything on that, Bruce?
Nah. First of all, shout out to you, Kenny, for honoring that young man.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely putting some light on his situation. Maybe this will get blown up and people will start recognizing, saying, hey, we need to recognize all these players when they get hurt. I mean, you don't have to show the injury, you don't have to show when it happened, but at least acknowledge the young man.
Yeah, for sure.
And find out ways to prevent it from happening again.
Yeah.
Did you know about it, Bruce? Had you seen it anywhere?
No, I just found out about it when I saw Kenny's post.
That's what I'm talking about.
See.
That's exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah, see that should have been news everywhere.
Yeah, and like you said,
it should have been news everywhere.
Like you said, HBCU, they'll talk about Grambling, they'll talk about Jackson State, they talking about Eddie George and all these good accomplishments. Dude, you gotta talk about this young man. He lost his life playing the sport he loved and help promoting these colleges in this sport.
Yep.
Agreed.
Sure.
Kenny, did you know how it went down? Did you know what the injury was all about? I didn't even get details on what exactly happened.
I'm gonna tell you, I didn't hear about the injury until I heard that he died.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? I didn't even know that he had got injured, a couple months ago. Yeah. And so the details I got was pretty much last week when I heard that he died.
Yeah.
So just I know it was it was in-game action. You know what I'm saying? It was a hit. He took a he was in a collision.
Yeah.
And I mean, and we all know, man, football is a collision sport. It can go left at any time. And that's why, football is the one sport. You can't be out there half stepping. You know what I'm saying? That old saying, keep your head on the swivel is real. You know what I'm saying? And being, up close and personal with it at times, seeing how quickly, if you're not paying attention, things can go left, And so and I'm just talking about people that's not paying attention on the field. So imagine you just going head up, you're going hard, you have a collision, and boom, it goes left. That's just the nature of the game.
Yeah.
Good, bad, or indifferent. And people that love football understand that. Nobody plays football without that understanding that, this could go bad, at any point. But nobody is on the field thinking about getting hurt. Nobody go into a game worrying about, this could be the last time I play, or, something bad could happen today. Nobody goes on the football field thinking that. So it's just one of them things that happens. It's unfortunate to this level, that this young man lost his life. Young man lost his life. So again, I just want to make sure from the sports mix, that I shine a light on his life. I posted it in the page and, on my pages and stuff a couple of days ago when he passed. So I just wanted to put that out there tonight. Just let it be known, man. We showing some love here. The show's dedicated to the young man and his family, Alabama A&M, and just everybody say a prayer for them, man. This it's tough, because here's a young man, and then it's holiday time. It's the holidays. It's just unfortunate all the way around. So,
yeah, I just pulled something up. It says Medrick Burnett Jr., 20 years old, was playing his first season as a linebacker with Alabama A&M University when he suffered a head injury during the annual Magic City Classic, which is a big football game at HBCU, in Birmingham against the state rival with Alabama State University on October 26th. The Jefferson County coroner said in a statement Friday. That was 3 days ago. So this not like was a regular game. This was a big game for HBCU.
Big game, yeah. Big game. So you probably had, people from all over the country, come down for them classics, to come to watch them games and for the event. Those type games become an event. And for that to happen on that stage, just unfortunate. But I'm hopeful, as unfortunate as the incident is, that, something comes out of this. Even be awareness of the dangers of football or something. But something has to come out of that, because I wouldn't want that young man's life to just be,
be forgotten about.
Yeah, I don't want to be forgotten about. So, as much as we can here, we're gonna put the shine the light on him and again just lift his family up during this time. So, just wanted to get that out there before we jump into the regular sports mix doings. got a few people watching, so thank y'all for tuning in, man. Hey man, listen, I need everybody to like, comment, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the Facebook page, man. Follow us everywhere. I need to get the numbers up, need some likes, need some hearts, need some shares, all that. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend to tell a friend, and tell them to tell their friend, and their grandmothers and mothers and aunts, uncles.
That's right.
Brothers, cousins, sisters,
Right.
High school classmates,
Right.
and so on and so forth, and so on. So here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, God. I could have canceled the show tonight. I could have just said, you know what, man, we ain't doing this. But we ain't running. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Bink?
Dang.
We ain't running. We ain't running, man. We here. My man Kwame, what's up, homie?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Yo, we ain't running from this. I know the Eagles fans are flying high this week. They do their little bird shit, whatever. They flying high this week. They got the dub. They came to town, got the dub. But before I get too far into it, let me bring to the stage the Hall of Famer. The Hall of Famer's in the building.
Okay.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, brothers? How y'all doing?
What's up, buddy?
Man, oh, man.
I don't want no excuses tonight. We're gonna talk, right? We
Yeah,
talk.
we getting into it. We was just great go there.
We're gonna put it out there.
So,
Okay.
I know you just getting here, so I dedicated the show tonight to Medrick Burnett Jr., young man from Alabama A&M that lost his life last week. So, if you wanted to offer any words, just on that before we get into the Ravens, you floor is yours.
Oh man,
Had
just
you heard about it, Glenny?
say it again.
Had you heard about that? The Alabama A&M guy dying?
Yeah, I heard about it. Heard about it early on. And first thing that came to mind is them young men in the locker room that shared the locker room with him in that field every day. Just the routines that the football team go through, man. And then that one locker room that's now missing. That one person that's usually next to you missing. It's no words. And then ultimately the family, it definitely goes back to the family. Prayers are lifted up. And, I just pray they keep the faith during this rough hour.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So, boy. We ain't running. Like I said, we ain't running, man. The Ravens lost. We ain't running from anything.
Nah, that's not a major thing.
It is what it is, man.
Let's talk about it, David.
Because y'all know I'm Ravens 1,000%. So there ain't no doubt who I root for. I wear them on my hat. The Orioles. I'm Baltimore to the core.
Mm-hmm.
If we had a basketball team, I root for them too.
You ain't one of them guys that like Steeler fans that live in Baltimore. You ain't one of them, or a Cowboy fan that live in D.C.
No, sir.
You don't roll like that.
I
Okay.
don't roll like that, man.
All right.
I'm my blood is Baltimorean.
Yeah.
I think the right arm you might get some orange blood, and the left arm might get some purple blood, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but it ain't happening. I can't do it. But yeah, we took that L. You know, I mean, like we was talking about before the show. It wasn't ugly. You know, the penalties weren't as bad as they've been the last couple of weeks. The defense did not look bad, you know, as they have been looking, you know, because they've looked god awful a few times. And with all the weaponry that Philly have, you know, them wide receivers could have feasted on us, and they didn't really have big, huge games. Saquon, we kind of held him at bay until the third and fourth quarter. He kind of got loose, had a couple nice runs.
Defense was tired.
So defense showed up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Lamar, you know, he said mama got on him a little bit after the game, and he should have took off a couple times. And, you know, some of his passes looked like he was a little off. You know, someone was sailing on him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but, you know, no excuse. You know, no excuse for because they were there. You know, you're right there in the game the whole time with all those things. Let's just talk about everything else before we get to the elephant in the room. So before we get to the elephant in the room, you know, what was y'all thoughts on just the overall play of the Ravens versus the Eagles Sunday?
I'll go first.
Go ahead, Bruce. You take care of him.
So, actually, I'm hoping they get these games out of their system. Because right now, I'm seeing playoff Lamar. If he can get these games out of his system where he's missing the passes, he's not looking at his checkdowns, he's trying to make the deep plays. I think he's trying to make the flashy plays. I don't know why. I think I see good things in the next couple of games after the bye week. I think they're going to pull it together. We're going to go on a run. I don't know what's going on with this dude Johnson we got from where we get him from? I forgot. He was with Pittsburgh, and they traded him.
Was it Carolina?
Yeah, Carolina. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He got no place Sunday. Even when Rashad Bateman went out. So that's a big question Harbaugh got to talk about.
When I seen him, he had the honcho on. He looked like it's cold out there.
Yeah. No, but the defense, I think they did their things for 3 quarters.
Yeah.
You can only hold Saquon back for so long.
Yep.
Offense needed to do what they needed to do, which they failed to do. Offensive line not opening up holes for Derrick Henry. We're not getting good schemes for Derrick Henry. And my boy JT, I'm still gonna ride with him. till the end of the season.
We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. Yeah, we gonna save that. Yeah, because there's some discussion need to be had there. And I don't have no paraphernalia up here today. Y'all know last week I had a Royal Farm box. I'm
about to say, man, we've been losing since you that damn Royal Farms.
Hey, don't blame me.
So Bruce, you're not afraid. We're dropping, man. So we look like we're gonna be the wild card team, and we got Ravens, Texans. We got the Giants, Texans, Steelers, and the Browns. Now, all of those teams are beatable, but we're talking about the Ravens. The teams that's usually beatable are usually ones that give us the toughest time. So you're not afraid. I know Kenny. Kenny going to talk later. I know he is. Mm-hmm. I'm talking to Bruce right now. Mm-hmm. You're not getting scared at all, Bruce.
Only team I'm really worried about is Pittsburgh.
Okay.
We got our ass kicked by Cleveland. So I think we're ready for that.
That's right.
CJ Stroud is not doing what we expected him to do this year with the Texans. So I'm really not worried about that. And then the Giants are the Giants, man. Come on now.
Okay.
I mean, I don't see DeVito beating us. He throws the ball, but I think matter of fact, I think that might be the game we get the most interceptions.
Okay. Yeah, I think the Ravens is a bounce back team. I think they will come out swinging. I think they got a lot of pride with them. So I don't think they're going to, as you guys have said, I was proud of the defense. You know, they stepped up because, man, they thought that the Eagles were just going to run over us, and they didn't. They got a late start and they started kicking it in, but I believe that our offense let us down and allowed them to do that. I am concerned in these moments, Kenny, when Lamar is in this position. I just think he's too cute. I think that they need to stick to that rough football, running that ball down their throats, bully ball, smash mouth football. I don't see it. I don't see the smash mouth anymore. We're getting too cute. I think we'll start rolling pass wise, and I think we do it too much. I think it was a few times. It was we only needed 2 yards, stuff like that. We were still passing it, Kenny. I would like, even if you push it and give Henry that ball, I want to see Ricard. I want to see Henry. We brought him there for a reason, and it's not a heavy dose at all. If I'm going to go down, all right, go down. Let's play smash mouth football. If you beat us, you beat us. But I think we're getting too cute. It reminds me, hey, Dean, it reminds me of the AFC. And his mother said it, that AFC championship last year. Why are you not running in those lanes? I want to see him running in his lane. And I think my brother-in-law is one of the fans on the show tonight, too. He's in the comments. But I want to see him run those lanes. I want this. That's what makes him elite over all the other quarterbacks, and he's not doing it. He's not running in those lanes, Kenny, when he could. And I don't think the Steelers beat us. I don't think the Eagles beat us. I think we gave those games away. That's my opinion. Now, Kenny, am I open to discuss this now or later about your favorite kicker? We're gonna talk now or later.
Hold on. What you got, Dean? Before we jump in?
All right, I'll leave that alone. Go ahead, Dean.
Yeah,
We'll talk Roy Farms later.
We definitely can't ignore at all. But yeah, man. First of all, the Eagles are legit.
Yeah,
that team, man. I mean, we that defensive line that they got is tough, man. And I mean, even with the Ravens going up 9-0, obviously the extra point was missed. But even, the touchdown pass to Andrews, that was tough. I mean, he had 2 or 3 Eagles around him. He had to go up and really make a outstanding catch. It wasn't a whole lot of separation. I mean, there were some guys that Lamar missed that was kind of wide open. But this Eagles team, man, I mean, they got to be one of the favorites. Clearly, they're one of the favorites NFC teams, along with Detroit to come out of that AFC. I've always said, I said before that I thought that this could be a Super Bowl preview. But if you look at the Ravens going up 9-0, and I think, we may have gotten another field goal in there, but basically, after 9-0, the Eagles really was up. I mean, they went 24-3 on us until we got that last touchdown that didn't mean anything, So to go 24-3 on a Ravens team whose defense was really playing well, I mean, to me, that really says something about the Eagles team and how legit they are. Very physical. Smart offensively. One of their star receivers was not playing. The running back, Barkley, I mean, that dude, I think he's the best running back in football, arguably. I mean, you can say, how old is Barkley anyway? He's still in his 20s, right?
Yeah, he's like about 28.
28, yeah.
So, I mean, the Eagles are a very good team, so it's no shame to lose to them. But when you look at it from the Ravens side, I mean, there were some things, Bruce mentioned and made some really good points, man. I think, first of all, I mean, he used that phrase, playoff Lamar. And I mean, I agree. That's what we saw. We saw playoff Lamar in the game I'm still waiting for Lamar in these type games, man, to put that cape on.
Yeah.
You know, put that cape on, man, and do some magical things, man, because it's up in him. It's up in him. And I think and if your mother cussing you out because you ain't run, shit, she know. You done raised your ass to be a quarterback from the beginning. She know. And then he cussed him out. And I could see that he was really disturbed. I looked at his press conference.
Yeah, he was
disturbed. He didn't even want to. He don't want to bye week. He ready to get back out on the field, man. And he said, "You just wait. You see when I come back." He said, "I ain't gonna be messing around." So, yeah, it was a big loss. We lost to a team. I think this team will be in the Super Bowl. I think the Eagles gonna make it to the Super Bowl this year. That's my thought. That combination of with Barkley in that backfield and the quarterback is solid. He runs when he needs to run. They got two outstanding receivers, Brown and the young guy didn't play.
Devontae Smith.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was like a 24-3 run on us, which I just don't see too many teams being able to do that against the Ravens, but the Eagles did that.
Yeah, I just had to screenshot that comment there from Fats, you know.
Oh, a lot of loss. Wow.
Resident Ravens hater.
Oh, okay.
You know, I don't know who his team is.
Oh, you
I know he root against the Ravens every week.
Maybe he'll let us know.
Well, it's whoever the Ravens playing.
Oh, it's whoever they play.
It's whoever the Ravens. That's what we root for. I keep telling him his nephew gonna look real good in purple next year.
Yeah.
I said his nephew had a big game this weekend at Tennessee. He played for Tennessee.
Okay.
You know, and he had a big game. Went for 6. So he gonna look good in purple. Fats. You gonna look good in purple too. I know you're gonna hate to do it, but I'm gonna have to screenshot this one because I'm gonna bring him back every week. So you say we'll beat the Giants, but the rest of the games we losing. All right. So we here every Tuesday at 9.
Hey, speaking of the Giants and Saquon, if you're the owner, are you fine everybody in upper management?
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Yeah.
You pay the quarterback and then you cut him, and you let your best running back go. Who was the whole offense last year?
Yeah.
You wind up to a team in your conference.
Yeah.
Exactly.
In your division. I mean,
Fat say like the Kansas City.
okay.
Of course, everybody on that bandwagon.
Yeah. That's like in the Yankees,
Right.
and the Dodgers, or the Lakers or somebody.
Yeah.
How long you been a Chiefs fan?
Pass up an axe.
What was I think last week I mentioned it too. Somebody said because I seen Jimmy Johnson. I think it was Jimmy Johnson made the quote. He was just saying, you know, how they couldn't keep Saquon because they wanted to keep Daniel Brown, and now they don't have neither one of them. You know what I'm saying? So they let Saquon go because they paid the quarterback and was going to build around him, and now they don't have even one of them. So there's that. So let's get to the elephant in the room. And I Biggie made a comment. I held off on it, but I put it up there. You know, we got a kicker that can't hit an extra point. You know, he's missing extra points. He's missing field goals. This was Mr. Automatic. You know, this was go to the restroom. You know what I'm saying? Go get your snacks because that's good. Damn. When that Tucker come on the field now, man, I'll be like, I don't even want to look.
How does this happen?
This I mean, man, he looking like Cundiff out there.
How do you go from the GOAT, the most accurate kicker in NFL history?
Oh man.
And now you're talking the way you. Somebody told me that I heard a stat that the Ravens, we 8-5, right?
Yeah.
The Ravens in their 5 losses, you total up the points and they lost by 22 points. And if you total up Tucker's misses, it's 22 points.
Well, you definitely can see this game and the Steelers game for sure.
Yeah, that's
You know,
on
his misses in these two games was the difference in the game.
on him.
You know, now would they have turned into wins had he made them? I don't know, but they definitely was. They definitely look at this. Look at this. So if they get a 4-1 or a 4-4-3 on draft night, they ain't answering, and he a Yankee fan.
Well, we can tell.
He just being real disrespectful.
Hey,
Oh God.
Hey,
I'm at-
he
I'm at the-
talking that trash now. If you see a 410 or 443 number pop up, I bet they answer.
Look, and he got jokes.
he's got doctors kicking foot.
That's a good one, Pat. That's a good one.
So that's a good. I mean, but look, we laughing at his joke, but look, do y'all think that Justin Tucker has some kind of physical issues?
I'm thinking he does. They just not announcing it.
Look what Binky say.
They-
He been dating the sister. He been eating chicken.
right. Got a sister and eating fried chicken all the time.
Oh man.
And dancing on the field.
This
His
is-
whole swagger different this year, though. His whole swagger is different.
Something's got to be wrong with it, man. I know mentally it's going to bother you when you're missing like he's missing, but do you think there's a physical issue with this guy?
Nah, he ain't been the same since what's the tight end from the Chiefs?
Kelsey.
He ain't been the same since Kelsey bullied him. He ain't been the same since then, man.
Look, Kelsey threw his helmet, didn't he?
Yeah, he hasn't been the same, man. I don't know what
Forgot
I think.
about that.
I think it's mental. I think it's I don't think it's physical because he kicking the ball. It's
Yeah,
just
he
not going
definitely
through.
getting some leg in it.
Still got distance.
Yeah,
And
he
the
got
angle
distance.
we see, he ain't even close. I mean, it's
Nah.
it ain't
Both of
even
them
All
All
over-
left.
he was all over the
Both of them
place.
left.
He was
Mm.
all over.
I mean, the other day, I wish I remember who said this. The other day, somebody said the Ravens been better off with Charlie Brown kicking and Lucy Holden.
And Lucy Holt.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm going down with Tucker. Now what they should do in the next 4 games, I don't know. But if I'm in the Super Bowl and I need 3 points, I'm going with Tucker. I'm going
Yep.
with Tucker.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm not a Harbaugh fan, but I really appreciate him sticking with Tuck.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
you always got Lamar.
I mean, and look. Now, I mean, yeah, we sticking with Tucker. Harbaugh sticking with Tucker. I don't really know what the options are. Who's out there that you can bring in at this point to that's going to be better than Tucker. But it has to play on the strategy of the Ravens. I mean, you got to be thinking that if you're driving and you got a 57-yard field goal to kick. I mean, what do you do? I mean, that might even creep into Monken's play calling. You know, are we going to allow for Justin Tucker to try this 57-yard field goal? And if he missed, then this other team is going to get this ball in great field position. I mean, it's something, man. It's gotten to the point where you got to be worried about anything over 50 yards. And I mean, he missed 47 yards. I mean, it's a problem.
An extra point is what, 30?
Right.
Yeah.
Big problem, man. And you looking at the guy, I mean, his eyeballs already popping out his head. He got that look, man. I mean, the guy is
Very thankful.
double. And I mean, you mean to tell me that with video footage, you can't correct? I mean, you were already the most accurate kicker in history. You mean to tell me with video footage and practice and special teams coaches and all kinds of stuff, you mean to tell me you can't fix this issue? You can't improve this kicker, man, who was once the greatest? I mean, It's mind-boggling to me, man. I mean, why is he having mental issues? If it is the mental game, what's going on in his life that's got him mentally disturbed like this?
Yeah.
It's anti-Raven, man, because
my mind.
It's anti-Raven because we totally depended on our kicking game for years.
Yeah,
that's our answer. That goes with our running game, that goes with our defense, and then there's the kicking game. Now we can't count on it.
That's our identity.
Yeah, and that goes back to coaching. Hey, offense, y'all got the score. Y'all got the score.
Yeah.
And to your point, Dean, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. My fear is the Ravens say, "Oh, we're gonna let Tucker go." Then a team like Kansas City pick him up. Then he get on the hot streak.
Yeah.
But their kick is pretty good, so we ain't got to worry about them getting them.
This guy, he's hurt though.
I thought he was struggling.
Is he?
Yeah, they got some backup in there kicking us.
Well, yeah, I don't pay them too much attention, so you know, I'm that guy. You know? I'm glad that he's hurt. Now let me stop. Let me not do that. Because I feel bad, right? When we was on here a couple weeks ago, and we was talking about we were previewing the Chargers game, and we got to talking about 27. What was our running back? Dobbins. We got to talk about Dobbins, and I was getting ready to say, because y'all was propping him up, and I was ready to say, yeah, but he gonna end up getting hurt. And I said, nah, don't say that. Don't say it. So I held it, and damned if he didn't get hurt.
He got hurt.
You know. So, but I'm glad I didn't say it, you know, because that'd have been a little bit you know, y'all know I go for the comedic I think I'm a stand-up comedian in another life. And that joke wouldn't have went over too well.
Yeah, he's 30.
He's 32 though. He ain't old.
He's 35, right?
I thought he was like 32. Let me
35. I think he just turned 35.
Let me Google it.
He up there.
Let me get this Google machine working.
So on fourth down, you guys going for it or you kicking it now? You know, Harbaugh, he already go for it on fourth down. Is this giving them reason to keep going for it?
That's what I'm saying.
35, yeah, you're right.
I think it'll be a mixture.
I think I just think it's going to depend on where they all want to feel. Oh my goodness, excuse me.
Bless you.
What you gonna do, Coach Kenny? Man, what you gonna do, man? You playing in a tight game, a playoff game, and the Ravens is 4th and 8, and you within it's a 56-yard field goal, 58-yard field goal.
Woo!
What you gonna do?
Don't answer, Kenny.
What you gonna do, Coach Kenny?
I thought you were going to say like 4th and 3, 4th and 8.
What you gonna do?
And it's 56 yards?
56 yards.
You did better saying 4th and 2. I might go for that.
And you down by 2.
Today?
Right now.
For everything Lamar, you got Lamar Jackson. We're paying you an awful lot of money, young fella. And we need you to get these 8 yards. Now, if I need you to get 10.
What you gonna do, Coach Glenny? What you gonna do, man? It's 4th down. 4th down. 57-yard field goal. Tucker's on the sideline, kicking the ball into the net, getting ready. You down by 2 points, man.
I'm still with you, Tuck.
Hey, Dean, I gotta go with Tucker, man. I'm sorry.
I hear you. I hear you. Is Bruce, you still on the line?
Yeah, I'm still here.
But look. Same scenario. What are you going to do under that scenario?
I'm going with Tuck. I'm definitely going with Tuck. Hey, you having a bad season? Dude carried us for many, many seasons. Hey, I'm gonna ride the season out with him.
It's
easy. I'm gonna ride the season out with him. But at 58, Lamar, you gotta get them 8 yards, buddy.
And I mean, okay, say if it ain't 8 yards, say if it's 3 yards.
I might change my mind.
Coach Glenny, do that change your mind, Coach Bruce?
That might change your mind. That made me think. 8 yards, because we still got playoff Lamar. That's not a guarantee either.
You notice that in the short runs now, they putting Andrews in the game. You notice that?
Yeah.
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 I'm telling you, anything over 50, I got to trust Lamar and them.
3 weeks ago, I said that I was nervous when he kicked extra points.
Mm-hmm.
And he'd have missed a couple since I said that. I mean, I always thought that Justin Tucker reached his peak when he hit that 66-yarder. And I didn't think he was going to get any higher than that. And I just thought that, gradually, he would just start to, lose a little something gradually.
Mm-hmm.
Well, man, right now it looked like he fell off the cliff. It's 35 to, I mean, the distance is still there.
Man, you had kickers be kicking well into their 40s.
Yeah, man.
But again, the thing about sports and athleticism, man, and the fact said it, Father Time is undefeated. Now I'm not saying that this dude is washed up, but when it leaves you, and we all have been athletic to a degree, and we don't work out like professionals, and our bodies weren't in that type of condition. But we all knew when it was time to say, you know what, I have made my last layup. You know what I'm saying? I have snagged my last rebound. When it go, it go. And it's unexplainable because the mind tell you, oh yeah, that's nothing. I've been kicking field goals. I can kick field goals in my sleep. But man, when it's time to perform, and when it go and it's gone, and you can't even explain it, you just sitting around looking. Y'all see the look on his face? He be looking puzzled, man. Like, man, what is going on?
He lost,
man. So I
And with kickers, you don't bother them. They're in their own zone.
Yeah.
You can't pump them up. You gotta leave them alone.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
and it's just crazy to see. It's crazy to see because we seeing it. This it's happening right in our face.
Yeah.
It's like I guess it's like Willie Mays trying to track the ball in center field out there, and he fumbling over his feet and stuff. That had to have been tough for people that seen Willie doing what he did all his career, and to see him out there fumbling and tripping and all that stuff. And for us, like Justin Tucker been so good for so long, man, and to see him struggling to this extent, because it started with game 1. He missed the kick in Kansas City, and it just like, all right, well, he'll get it together. And this I don't think this summer. Did they have any kickers in preseason? I know some preseasons that they had kickers just
right
kicking, but I don't think they even brought in a kicker this summer. Just to not to challenge him because he was Justin Tucker, so he really didn't need a challenge. But I don't even remember in the preseason games another kicker kicking off or even kicking field goal. Nothing.
If they did,
I could be wrong about that, but
they always got a kick on ice. There's always a kick on ice. And you remember you heard Tony Romo saying, they may bring in a kicker during this bye week just to check him out.
Yeah.
I remember Tony Romo saying that.
Yeah.
But I think that's just business. I think they do that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, you got to do that. Just like you say, just for the business part of it, you got to bring somebody in there.
You look at the last few years also. Harbaugh, he used the shit out of Tucker's leg. First down 2 yards, second down 1 yard, third down another yard. All right, send Tuck in. Kick 56 yards, kick 60 yards, kick 66 yards, kick 55 yards. The dude, his leg put in work.
Oh yeah, yeah. They call what they call them Legatrons.
Yeah, Legatron. Yeah.
So he earned it. He earned it, but to see it going the way it's going,
it's hurtful.
Live and in person.
To me,
that's the hardest part of it, is to watch it every week and to see, like we say, man, Tucker was almost automatic. for what, 12, 13 years?
Yeah.
Because he was a rookie during the Super Bowl year. And I mean, so you talking 2012. So I don't want to do the math, but that's, over 10 years worth.
12 years ago.
Over 10 years ago.
Yeah. Well, and they made a statement. Oh, yeah, this is 13th season. They made a statement that I think he made one field goal, right? He kicked one early in the game, in the first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how long that was.
I think it was a 40-something.
40-something yard, and he got that. And they said that when he kicked that field goal, he became, and this is 13th season, he became the highest scorer in the first 13 years of anybody's career. No one has scored more points in 13 years than Justin Tucker.
Mm-hmm.
No player. So that's another record that he set. But yeah, man, he's right now he's proven to be a liability, man. I got a question, and Bruce had brought this up too. What the boy they brought in from Carolina, and he didn't get on the field at all. I mean, at all. And again, Bruce mentioned that Bateman. I was wondering where Bateman was. I kept saying, "Where's Bateman?"
He was hurt.
He was hurt. He was out with an injury. So with Bateman out most of the game with an injury, and what's his name? Dante Johnson. What's his name?
Deontay Johnson.
I mean, he don't even get on the field. What's the story with that?
And they brought him in to be a backup for your number one.
Right.
It wasn't for Rashard. It was a backup for Zay.
Right.
Yeah, he ain't even take the Parker off.
He didn't take that off, man. I mean, you think he's a locker room issue?
Maybe he can't get that playbook down.
Maybe he can't get the playbook down. Right.
Well, story out of Pittsburgh, he's a locker room issue.
He's a locker room issue, is what Pittsburgh has said about him.
Yep.
Mm.
And I heard
the Ravens way don't play that. The Ravens way don't play that stuff.
Because I remember he made some kind of tweet and he took it down. This was maybe 3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't getting the ball. So I mean, for him to not play at all, he had to really say something crazy or acting crazy in that locker room.
Let me interject right quick. The resident Steelers fan is commenting on Instagram. I'm ignoring them on purpose.
Okay.
So I just want y'all to know that. He making these silly comments over there like he did,
That's the brother-in-law?
Don't do that. Don't do that. That's my cousin's husband.
Your cousin?
Yeah, that's my cousin's husband. Because my sisters that'd have been a no.
Yeah.
A no.
I get it.
Yeah, but yeah, he over there making comments talking about they saw Tomlin take Queen and make him better, so the Ravens thought they could take a Steelers trash and do.
Is Queen better?
In his eyes, you know what I'm saying? So consider the source. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Consider the source. Consider the source. Third team in 10 months. So I mean, that says something.
Yeah, I'll tell you something right there. Ain't moving like that. Yeah. So what do I like a late bye week. I like the fact the Ravens bye week is now. I like it being late. I like them getting a chance to be recharged late in the season. Let some injuries heal up, get their thoughts together. Maybe this bye week is what Justin Tucker needs. Maybe, Lamar, he's fired up now because his mama done cussed him out about running, so maybe this late bye week, I like it. I think they can come back fresh. I think coming off the bye week and playing the Giants to get their rhythm back, they should be able to handle their business there. Mm-hmm. I like the late bye week. I think this works well for them coming down the home stretch.
Yeah, I agree. And I don't know if y'all noticed, but Isaiah Likely was limping off on the sideline towards the end of the Ravens game. So it gives him time to get healed up. Hopefully we get Kolar back. And like you said, we can get our mindset together. Get 2 hard weeks of practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead, Glenn.
if Kenny, so if we finish out the wild card, and I was talking to my brother about this, we're going to end up either playing the Steelers or the Bills, correct? So
Yeah, look that way.
you know what? And I got a great breakout. I'm okay with that, man. I don't want to be like it was last year where we, got the bye and then lost in that AFC. Let's play to win. Let's win out. Go to the Super Bowl. Let's beat the Steelers, the Bills, whoever's next, and let's go all the way. I'm okay with that. I'm not afraid of that at all. I don't want no bye. I don't want none of that. Let's just play it out, win these 4 games, end the season strong, and let's go to the Super Bowl. That's how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, Kansas City and Buffalo is 1-2.
So Kansas City, I thought they clinched, right? Aren't they? They won't be number 1.
No, I'm just saying. No, Kansas City is number 1. Buffalo's number 2.
Right.
Pittsburgh, Houston, Chargers, Ravens, Broncos.
I thought Buffalo was the only team that clinched their division so far.
Was it Buffalo?
Yeah, Buffalo won their division for sure. They got to be in the worst division in all of football.
Right. I ain't scared of them at all. I ain't scared of them.
We already waxed Buffalo.
Yeah.
I mean, we got with them.
Hey, Dean, I ain't even scared of the Eagles, to be quite frank with you. I think we got it. I think we got what it takes.
I agree. I ain't scared of them. I agree. I think this team, the Ravens team, has what it takes to go to the Super Bowl and to win the Super Bowl. It's there.
Yeah. Got to put it together.
Got to put it together.
I like the way Andrew's coming out, though. He looking strong again. I love it.
Woo.
Yeah, I love it.
We got the real Andrews back for sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Cocky with it, too. Cocky with it.
Yes, he is. Loving it. Loving that. Yeah. What about the one running back man who came back, Keaton Mitchell, man? I haven't seen him.
Yeah. We thought he may not be ready.
He may not be
ready. He was back on the kickoff.
I didn't like him back
one time. I don't even think he ran. I don't even think they returned. I think it was a touchback.
Yeah, I seen him return a kick or 2 this year, but I don't like him back there on kickoffs, man. I like to see him on offense, especially in the passing game, out of the backfield. But maybe he's not ready. Obviously, he may not be ready if they're not playing him there.
Yeah, and I mean, I was never a Hill fan, and he's playing pretty decent.
He is.
Oh, he earning his money. He earning his money, Kenny.
Yeah, he definitely, as a third down back, he definitely playing a lot better. And then, a couple of times they had him and Henry in there together.
Mm-hmm.
Had Hill and Henry back there together. So, there's some things there, that can change the fortunes of the team. Like I say, the offense Sunday did not play bad. They didn't play terrible. It wasn't as bad as we have seen it. They didn't have as many penalties as we've had in the last couple of weeks. Like I say, man, you make a play here and there.
But Kenny, there's no identity. We're not playing smash mouth.
No.
We playing finesse football, and we supposed to be a smash mouth team. Yeah. That's my concern.
Now, you know what I say to that? Why I agree. I think them guys up front ain't smash mouth guys. The line.
They not.
I don't think the line is that.
We did it the first half of the season.
See, I think that offensive line. I'm not crazy about the Ravens offensive line. I'm not crazy about Falele. I'm not crazy about Rosengarten and Makari being out there, and really against these Eagles, man. I was watching a guy on YouTube break down the offensive line, and he was showing them highlights, man. I mean, Makari was just getting tossed around. For
that whole right side was.
Beat. I mean, 6'9", 300 pounds, getting pushed into the backfield. I mean, even this was Ronnie Stanley's worst game. He was having trouble keeping that guy. The Eagles probably got the best defensive line in football. But I think that the Ravens offensive line, the success of them, a lot of it is based on Lamar Jackson being able to move around and be mobile and make them look a lot better. And then you got Derrick Henry. So if Lamar is throwing the ball, it seems to me that the Ravens offensive line, the running game, the passing game is what's kicking off the running game. It's like if Lamar is being successful throwing the ball, then the offensive line seems to open up and Derrick Henry can do his thing. I haven't seen it so much the other way, like which was a Ravens identity of being able to just run that ball down somebody's throat, and then you should be able to open up with the passing game, like when Greg Roman.
I agree, Dean. I agree with you, Dean. But all the games that we lost, that was the case. That was the case. The games that we lost, the running game didn't do well, probably because the passing wasn't going well. But should Lamar depend on the pass? I want to see Lamar be Lamar that he was a couple years ago. I want to see that Lamar.
Yes.
Yeah. And the time is now.
Yeah.
And we all sitting here, and obviously we can always pick out the stuff that's going wrong, especially after a loss, and talk about the team. We talk about the O-line. We talk about Tucker. We talk about Lamar not putting that cape on. We talk about a lot of things, but this is a 8-5 team that's going to the playoffs. They going to the playoffs, and they 8-5, but this is still a legit Super Bowl team. They can make it to the Super Bowl. So we saying a lot of stuff, but we talking about a Super Bowl contender. So they can't be, whatever we saying is bad. It can be bad, but it can't be that bad because the Ravens are a legit Super Bowl team. I guarantee you, playoffs started tomorrow. Ain't no team want to play the Ravens.
Amen.
Don't nobody want to play them Ravens.
Amen.
So
hey, I got to say though, the last two games, something that's worrying me. Kyle Hamilton been hurt. He's come back, but he's got hurt during the game. If we lose him, that's a big loss.
Yeah, I've said, earlier that it worries me, Kyle Hamilton's health, with him playing so close to the line of scrimmage so much. He's 6'4", and he has a slender build. Mm-hmm. He's up there. He's dealing with offensive linemen and making a lot of tackles in there. So I've always had that worry about him, getting injured. And we've seen him, go into that blue tent a couple times. Mm-hmm. And I see him with a little arm thing on one arm. I don't know what that's all about, but the guy, man, he is a beast, man. But we cannot afford to lose him.
No.
Any parting words for you sign off, Blenny?
So we got to buy this week, right?
Yep.
So, man, I'm just hoping that Tucker get it together in these upcoming weeks, and I think we're gonna finish strong, fellas. I think we're gonna finish strong. I don't think they're gonna play games with the Giants. I don't think they're gonna play any games with them. And then they're gonna come down to the Steelers, and we're gonna whip their butts. I think we're gonna be all right, fellas. I think all of us got our concerns. We're not worried, we're concerned.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So but I think that all in all, we're gonna be good at the end. I'm all right. I'm good.
I agree.
For sure.
Yeah. But I gotta pick on Kenny. I always come after Kenny. I gotta, make sure he's right. He gotta assure me they're gonna be all right. Yeah. But listen, Lamar, stop dancing, stop playing games. We don't play that finesse stuff. You do not have to prove to be a passer. Be Lamar Jackson, the great quarterback you have been over the last 5 years. Do not try to go ball for ball with these other quarterbacks. Be yourself.
That's it.
All right, Glenny.
All right, Lenny. Peace, Glenny. The Hall of Famer checking out.
Yeah.
on a strong note.
Yeah, I agree with him.
Be yourself, Lamar.
I agree.
You know, be yourself.
Yeah.
And you know, I I saw brother posted Facebook Monday morning about 8:00. Posted he was out in front of Royal Farm. Say yeah, they say he pulls up about 8:15. I'm here waiting on him.
He show up.
I ain't get the update. You know, I ain't get the update.
Yeah.
But brothers was camped out at Royal Farms waiting.
Yeah.
You know, we gonna see if he gonna get this coffee and fried chicken this morning.
Man, and you know, and the thing, man, when you look at this game against the Eagles,
Mm-hmm.
and you playing a bona fide Super Bowl contending team in the Eagles, and you know the Ravens totally shut them. 2 quarters, the Ravens just totally shut them down. The first and the third, they totally shut down the Eagles. And the third quarter, with that stifle defense, man, we got nothing from it because of the missed field goals.
Mm-hmm.
And when you think about what a missed field goal does, I mean the implications, man, is pretty heavy, man. It's widespread. It's a domino effect. You know, field position, morale. I mean, how deflating is that for a Ravens team who played total shutdown defense in the third quarter, and Justin Tucker missing 2 field goals?
Mm-hmm.
This thing, and then when he misses, I'm telling you, it's bigger than any other kicker missing, because Justin Tucker is the GOAT. He's the GOAT, and everybody know what this dude has meant to the Ravens, and they know how well he's performed over the years. So when he missed, I mean, there's an instant swing and momentum, and you know, we don't know the total outcome, what the outcome would have been if he had made those field goals, but if he had made those field goals, we know that this game would have been a super tight game.
Mm-hmm.
And Tucker got to get it together, man.
Let me ask you this, Dean. Would we rather win games by field goals or by touchdowns? Because you can't take the offense off the hook. They're not moving the ball.
That's true. That's true, man.
I mean, Tucker's messing up.
Yeah.
I'm not justifying his play right now, but
Right.
offense not moving the ball either.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's true, but you know, they say football is a game of inches. You know, and apparently, you know, we was in position with enough inches to get field goals.
He missed by inches.
And he not making them. And you know, you got to win the game. They say, you know, when you win these games, you got to win them in all facets. You know, and that's the joy of having a team, is you gotta, when the offense ain't clicking, the special teams got to pick them up. The defense got to pick them up. So each unit got to pick each other up. You know what I'm saying? And that was the thing. We, like I said, Ravens was heavy on that when we had Stover as the kicker. You know, because we definitely didn't have a quarterback in them years. You know what I'm saying? And Matt Stover was pretty much the MVP of the team, you know, during that time, outside of the defense. You know, he was the offense, you know, and I don't like to minimize them and say, well, you the kicker, just kick the ball, you know, all that stuff, because, you know, you only got one job. And I don't want to do that to him. But you paid pretty well, you know, to kick that ball. And you've been dependable for a very long time. You know, so like you said, we are not privy to the conversations and the you know, what's happening at practice out there, and you know, what the conversations that they have, and we know Harbaugh's, you know, patting them on the back on the sideline. You know, hey, you still my guy. You know, get the next one, all that type stuff. And
Yeah.
I know the psychiatry, I know the psych games you got to play as a coach. You know, when you need somebody to make a play or to do something in the game, and you know, I get it, but these are highly paid professionals. They're specialists. You know, this ain't rec ball and Madden. You know, these guys are the best of the best of the best, and Tucker was the best.
Yeah.
Historically best for up until recently. You know, up until recently he lost his he was the number one percentage wise, and he just lost that recently. But you know, this is why they pay you. You know, this is why they pay you. And from a perspective of a guy like Steve Bisciotti, who's writing the checks, I wonder what his thought process is. You know, when he see this guy missing these kicks, I know he's not happy. You know, I know he ain't happy when he see them Royal Farm commercials these last few weeks.
And despite what Harbaugh is saying that he's sticking with Tucker, yeah, I get that, and I'm you can applaud him, you know, for saying that and sticking by him and that kind of thing. But man, I'm telling you, this Tucker situation has certainly reached to the owner. It's certainly a topic of discussion. I mean, this ain't everybody just laying down saying we're gonna stick with Tucker. We got you. He our man and everything. No, this is a topic of discussion. They are discussing options. I remember the Ravens having two kickers on the team, one who had a longer leg and maybe Stover, who couldn't hit too many things over 50 at one time, but he was very accurate. I remember them having two kickers. So I'm just saying that this Tucker thing, it ain't just about everybody saying, yeah, we sticking, that's our man. We love him. Yeah, we all love him, but it's a topic of discussion, man. They lost 2 games. He done lost 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 2 games, man. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, we all got a jacket or a pair of shoes that we love too.
Yeah.
But there comes a time
when they got to go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now I ain't saying Justin got to go. I ain't putting that out there. But you know, there are people watching. You know, there are eyes on Justin. I'm teammates. You know, they kind of put on a good face publicly.
I mean, what else you gonna say?
But I know in that locker room there's some people walking past him. You know what I mean? With the side eye.
Did you see his press conference?
I did not.
You didn't hear Justin Tucker?
What did he had to say?
He basically was saying, he feel bad, and he feel bad that he keeps coming out and have to keep saying the same thing, about getting things right. And he said, but, you can't really harp on it. It's gone. It's the past. You can't harp on it. You got to move forward. And, and pretty much that's kind of what he said. It's a problem though, and it's got to be dealt with. And I'm hoping that Tucker can get it together. And he ain't got to be Superman. And I don't. Maybe he's trying to be Superman. Maybe he's still trying to be 2017 66-yard field goal Tucker, or whenever he kicked it in 2019, 2020 when he kicked that. I mean, he just need to be solid.
That's it.
Just be solid.
Yeah.
That's
and
it.
Maybe he's still trying to be Superman.
Well, the week they got the week off. I don't know what guys do during the bye week. I know sometimes the guys get out of town, they go to the beach somewhere just to recharge, or whatever they do. So whatever Justin Tucker, whatever his method is, whatever his thing that he does to get the battery recharged, go do that. Go do that. And let's come back now. Because what also could happen is he could stay out there and kick and just kicking field goals for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
which probably will put more pressure on him because now you're overthinking it. You know what I'm saying? Now you're overthinking it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you know, I think, man, you know, just go get away for a couple of days. You know, get your battery recharged. Just kind of get your mind off of you know, the misses, because I know it's on your mind because it's in the news. So it's not, and it's like he can't. It's not like he's gonna be able to go somewhere in Baltimore and not be noticed. Everybody know who he is, so he gonna go somewhere. You know, people gonna be wanting to come up to him, offering him advice and giving him encouragement, and we behind you. And sometimes, man, you don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
When you struggling, you don't want to hear none of that. You know, so you know, and this week and a half that he got off, you know, just get your mind right. You know, because we need you down the stretch. You know, it's obvious it's not going to be a change. You know what I'm saying? You are Justin Tucker. You know, you are Justin Tucker. Never forget that. You know, and you know, it reminds me of the Jackson 5 TV movie when you know, remember Michael was crying because he didn't want to keep getting on the airplane and stuff. He ain't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. And right when it was ready to go on stage, and you know, Joe had pulled Mike by the collar and you are Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
God damn it. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
You are Justin Tucker. You are the GOAT. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
Don't forget that. You know, you struggling right now, but do not forget who you are.
I mean, maybe he needs that. Maybe he needs somebody to get in his face.
I'm available.
Oh, what the fuck? Look, what the fuck? What the hell are you doing, man?
Gee,
Everybody
what's up?
tapping him on the shoulder. Everybody, you know, giving him a little hug. You know, what's up, Cheese? I mean, maybe somebody needs to Joe Jackson his ass.
Don't let me see him at the Royal Farm then. Hey, don't let me be the one to run into him.
And then after you rail on him, then you just turn around and say, you know, but I still love you, bro.
I love you, boy.
I don't know.
Hey, it ain't personal.
Right.
It ain't personal. It's all love.
He might need Ringos to put hands on you.
There you go.
Hey.
I see it in your future. You about to hit every field goal from here. I see it. It's from the gods.
Hey, what Ray say? No weapon formed against us. He was saying that the whole Super Bowl run.
Yes, he was.
Yep.
No weapon.
Right.
Ray, Justin needs you, buddy.
Then he'll bust out in the tear.
Right. He needs some Ray up in him. Ray Lewis, one of the arguably the greatest leader in team sports history.
Mm-hmm.
He's up there.
Yeah.
You need to get in his ear.
52.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, it's bye week. So are we taking the bye next week? Y'all on the bye next week?
I'm down, whatever y'all want to do.
How y'all gonna handle no Ravens game next week? You know what I mean?
Man, I might go outside.
Might go outside.
I might go outside Sunday, man.
Yeah.
Early though. I got you know, I don't be out too late.
No.
I don't do late. I might go out early. I don't know, go somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, see what other people do when the game on.
Right.
See what the common folks do.
Yeah.
You know, see what the commoners do. Yeah.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to my nephew Tyler Booker. He played for Alabama Roll Tide.
Oh,
Yeah.
He made the college football playoff this weekend, so I'm glad he rolled up in that. One mock draft might have him come to the Ravens as offensive lineman. Much needed, brother. So if you get to come check the Baltimore, we got you open arms, man. We got you open arms.
You said it's your nephew?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Number
what's
50,
up, man.
Number 52 on the offensive line. He plays left tackle and left guard.
Is he from
nice.
Baltimore?
No, he's from Connecticut.
Connecticut? Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude's a beast.
Dang.
Now, he just can't wear 52 when he come here.
Hey,
He gonna have to change his number when he come here.
The way our offensive line looks, he can wear any number he wants.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay.
And his dad's a Steel fan, so I'm hoping Baltimore get him.
Oh man.
Man, what I tell you, boy, these people raising these children all wrong. All wrong, man.
Well, that comment you made was great, man, about your nephew at Alabama. Boy, you just threw that feeling in there, the whole damn story. Good God.
Now, let me ask you this: is his father you related by the father or the mother?
So it's actually my wife's nephew.
Okay, so is the wife is the wife's brother or your wife's sister?
It's my wife's sister.
Oh, thank God.
What year is he in?
Thank God.
I think he's a senior. He started early.
Okay.
So your wife's sister married a Steelers fan.
Yeah.
Similar to my cousin.
Yeah, they're very similar.
You know, can't save them all.
He said the little kids stable during holidays.
Can't save them all.
Boy, cheese and drop Serena.
Hey, we gonna leave Serena alone this week. Maybe we talk about Serena during the bye week.
Yeah.
Cheese, I'm gonna need you on next week for the bye week. We're gonna talk about Serena Williams. The new Serena.
Right.
I don't know who I'm looking at.
I couldn't tell who she was, man. Like I said, I thought it was the other sister. Was the sister Venus? I'll tell you, is that Serena or Venus?
You know, look, don't do Venus like that.
Yeah, I want to say the same thing.
Right.
Damn. Yeah,
Put
I
her
tell you.
Sosa category. Y'all see me Sosa?
Sammy Sosa?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
He totally gone.
Yeah, Sammy,
man.
He's still grinning though.
I know. Yeah.
He's still cheesing and shit.
Cheesing. Yeah.
You know, so I got that you know, he's still, you know, Big Sammy.
Yeah.
Sit your dumb ass down, man. Sit your dumb ass down. Let me do this. Share the screen, man. Can y'all see that?
Yeah.
We lost another giant in sports, man. Big, very big in my teenage years. You know, the Big East. Big East basketball pretty much is responsible for my level of the game.
Stop lying.
Nah, I can't lie about that. The Big East, Georgetown, you know, I'm a Georgetown fan, but Georgetown, Syracuse, St. John's,
Villanova,
Pittsburgh, Villanova,
yeah.
What was the one up in Seton Hall?
I think
St. John. I mean, man.
Yeah, Seton Hall. They was deep.
Big Monday. You know, them games on I think they had a Big East game on Wednesdays. Then it was games doing, you know, throughout the week on the you know, on 45 and all them channels. So, you know, Louis Carnesecca passed away. And Louis was like 98, 99 years old.
99, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man. So I mean, and you would see him around, you would see him on they would do little interviews with him here and there, and he seemed to be still sharp, you know, over the last few years, a little brittle, you know, just a little older guy, but man, he was still sharp, you know, and them St. John's, you know, them guys love him, man. You know, I got to see a little bit of Mark Jackson and Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley was, you know, sending some condolences and prayers out, and just you know, just talking about Louis Carnesecca just a little bit, man. But you know, Louis passed away over the weekend. Just again, man, a giant in the game of college basketball. Never got the big one, but some of them teams he had down there at St. John's, man, especially in the mid '80s, tough, you know, super tough, man. And I had to I found the picture with the sweater.
Yeah.
You know, that that was the staple, and then my guy Big John came in there with the copycat sweater and pulled the jacket over on him, man. So, but we starting to see a lot of the legends, a lot of the giants, man. They starting to transition, and as we know nobody gonna live forever. We know this. We know nobody gonna be around forever. But man, there's always a shock when these big names kind of they check out. And for me, like I said, Big East basketball was huge for me growing up. And Louis Kahn II was one of the big names. He was one of the ones that I tuned in for every week. So condolences to the family. Rest in peace, Coach. You definitely will never ever be forgotten. And check out some of them St. John's, Georgetown, St. John's, Syracuse games on YouTube.
And I think I mean, if you wander around in the 80s to see Big East basketball and see even ACC basketball,
yes.
I mean, you talking about this dude Conosecco, man. I mean, he had Chris Mullin, one Walter Barry on that team.
Yep.
And I mean, you had Patrick Ewing, you had Reggie Williams, Georgetown, you had Wingate, you had that Georgetown team. Dwayne Pearl Washington was in the Big East. I mean, Villanova, man, with Pinckney and all them boys, national champion winners. And I mean, you can go down the list, man, on the talent that was over there. And when you go to the ACC, Jordan was over there at Carolina. Sam Perkins, James Worthy, Len Bias was in the ACC.
Branch.
Did I say Patrick Ewing over there at Georgetown? I mean, this was the Muggsy Bogues over there at Wake Forest. I mean, Stackhouse and all these guys, man, Rasheed Wallace and Joe Smith. And I mean, the 80s, man, was so tough when it come to basketball. And yeah, I guess I am a little bit biased, but I think that was the best era of college basketball. I mean, basketball was such a great thing then. And then at the same time, Dunbar was still rolling. Dunbar was doing their thing. Even when Reggie and them and Wingate and them boys and Muggsy and all them went to college and Reggie Lewis, still the group coming behind them was tough. Michael Lloyd and all them boys, man. I mean, it was just a magnificent time for basketball. And I just don't know that it has been duplicated since. I don't know if even the high school level of basketball in Baltimore hasn't reached that. I mean, you can go back from the Dozier boys and Mike Lloyd and them boys, Dante, all them boys, man, and take it on back to Skip. But I think if you take it back the other way and come, I just don't see it. I don't see the same impact.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, it's tough, man. I mean, I started liking basketball early part of the 80s. Like, I really started to watch the games and get to know the players and, all of that stuff, man. Everything was kind of happening. So I'm telling you, man, I didn't even realize that the Big East was like 3-4 years old at that time. Like, I didn't understand. I didn't realize that until maybe in the 2000s. That the Big East was just a brand new league. And I was like, man, it came right along at the right time for me.
And you ain't realized that Georgetown was 98% white either.
Nah, you didn't.
You know what? You know when I realized that? Probably in early 2000s, I did a delivery over there and I'm walking around the campus and I said, man,
right.
Damn.
Right.
Yeah, I was definitely surprised.
Yeah. For
sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, listen. That time, and I hate to be like the old guy in the room and I hear y'all go talking about back in the day. college basketball now has nothing on college basketball back then, even from an entertainment value.
Yeah.
You know, from an entertainment standpoint, like you're gonna find some good games. The tournament is gonna be good,
Yeah,
because it's the tournament. But I'm talking about on a Monday night in December, in January. You know what I'm saying? You had the big Monday, man. You had the Big East, the Big Ten, and the Big West was the late game. You know, that's and then you caught the UNLV run. So you stand up late watching them UNLV games. Or watching Cal State Fullerton, or you know what I'm saying, some of them teams, man. It just was a different time, man.
it was a different time.
Hey, you talk about the excitement. I mean, and even with high school, it was a different level back then.
Yeah.
And just to think about it, kids have more access to watch more different games now, more different players. It doesn't seem like the competition is there. There were some games we never saw. We had to go get a newspaper and see the stats. You put a quarter in, and everybody on the bus got a newspaper.
But
everybody was talking about it.
Yeah.
Something as simple as that. You know what I'm saying? Like now everything is online. And now they want you to pay for the information. So you can't even go to some of these sites and just look up stuff without a subscription. You know what I'm saying? Or you can't really get articles on some of these top players without buying a subscription to it. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? They gotta make their money. Well, it was nothing like getting a newspaper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Every day.
Getting that Street and Smith magazine.
Man, listen. I still got some Street and Smith somewhere packed up.
Right.
I got a whole about 10 years worth of them. You know.
I don't remember the last time I bought a magazine.
No, I mean not on purpose.
Right.
I ain't bought none on purpose in years. You know. It's just a different time, man. Like, you know, I coach basketball, you know, so I asked my kid, I coach JV, I asked the kids, you know, do y'all watch college basketball? They nah. But nah, we watch, you know, listen, cut the NBA stuff off. Because it's ruining you. It's ruining you. You know what I'm saying? It's ruining the game, you know, because we looking at, again, specialists. We looking at guys who this is their job. And these are guys that can put up 400, 500, 1,000 shots every day because they get paid to do it. You know what I'm saying? Where you only in the gym 2 hours a day and you might get up 50 shots. You know, depending on, you know, what's going on in practice that day. You know, and everybody want to take step backs. Everybody want, you know, sidestep. Nobody want to step into a jump shot no more. Nobody want to just do the fundamental stuff, man. Everything got to be a euro or some kind of crazy move under the basket instead of just going for a layup. Like, it's so frustrating. You know,
everybody want to shoot threes instead of drive to the basket.
And we can't shoot threes. I don't allow it. We're not allowed to shoot threes in my practice. So, you know, that's a sure way to have a seat on the bench when the game start. Because, I mean, you got to prove to me that you can shoot threes. Because we're not going to be just jacking them. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta make the game simple. But, you know, just for me, you know, just growing up watching the game, you know, watching Big East basketball, you know, St. John's was big, you know, Georgetown, Syracuse, of course. And then you had ACC, you know, Big Ten basketball was more physical back then.
Mm-hmm.
You know, was a physical game. The West Coast game with
UCLA
and USC and them guys, and Arizona was always tough. Arizona always had tough teams with Sean Elliott and them boys. Steve Kerr.
Arkansas had some good teams.
Arkansas was tough. 40 Minutes of Hell. Nolan Richardson, man.
Nolan Richardson, yeah.
Hey, can't forget about UNLV.
UNLV, of course, you know, the Rebels, them running Rebels, man.
All right.
So you know, it just was a different time,
man.
You know, and just to you know, to grow up watching that, and like you say, man, you see And I watch some college basketball now. You know, I watch I just seen I guess UConn was down there and where were they at last week? Down in Hawaii.
Was it the Maui tournament?
Maui
Maui
tournament. They went 0 for 3.
They lost 3 games, man.
0 for 3 down there, you know.
Yeah.
And Danny Hurley said he ain't never doing that no more. I ain't never taking my team where we got to play 3 back-to-backs. We ain't doing that no more. So, you know, it is what it is. But to me, man, college basketball was more, you know, more exciting for me and what I, you know, because it was more close to what we was trying to get to, or at least trying to do.
I mean, the anticipation of Georgetown with Patrick Ewing playing Virginia with Ralph Sampson.
Yeah.
The anticipation of that game, man, was crazy, man. And the way they was going at it, man. I mean, is there anything in the game, the college game today that can rival something like that? I don't think so.
Mm-hmm. Nah.
I think so.
And really, it really haven't benefited the guys that go to college. And that's the problem, you know, because you know, the one and done, and
yeah, that's another point.
You know, where, and I've never liked this about the NBA. And really, it started in the mid '90s when, you know, KG was the first one in years to go right out of high school.
Mm-hmm.
And once he did it, you know, then you had Kobe, and then you had, you know, the floodgates opened up after that. It was guys coming out. Some of them guys, we never even heard of them again. You know, after they draft night was probably the last time we heard of a lot of them guys, man. A lot of them dudes just didn't make it.
Yeah.
They didn't make it,
And,
right.
and but you know, the league is such a copycat league. So it's like, well, the high school kid made it, Kevin Garnett, we can't miss on the next one. You know, and then you got, I guess, Kobe come out the year after that, and then you had McGrady coming out, and, you know, like I say, it was just a barrage of guys just jumping from high school. And not only high school guys, but then it was like you taking guys based off their potential. You know, what their potential is rather than what they have done. You know, so a 4-year guy today, you know, wouldn't have a chance because they want the young potential. They want the potential superstar. Yeah, he old.
He old.
Hey, don't forget about the foreign market either. They were trying to get players from overseas so they can build the NBA overseas also.
Yeah.
Some of them cats were good, but there's a lot of bust.
Yes.
It is, man. But see, and you see where you know, Rudy Gay, we talked about him a couple weeks ago, retired, 17 years in the league. You know what I'm saying? You don't really see a lot of OGs in the league no more. You know, you don't really see guys having them long careers because I guess the league look at it like, man, once you beyond your production, we don't really have much use for you. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't a rule on the team like, you know, Miami seemed to be good at it. They always kept an older guy around. You know, whether Juwan Howard at the end of his career or what's the dude that just retired? That was with Miami his whole career.
Oh, Haslam?
Udonis Haslam. You know, but Miami seemed to always keep a vet. You know, to keep a veteran around.
Yeah,
whatever they got going on. Ray Allen,
yeah.
I don't know, Kenny. I mean, you can look at it. I mean, Steph, he's been in the league 15 years. KD's been around. LeBron's been around.
But I mean, they superstars though. But they superstars and they still productive. I mean, like
role player.
Yeah, like a guy that might that was once a superstar and then probably had to be a role player.
They had Gary Payton for a year too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the Morris brothers still in the league. You got the dude from Boston, the center. I can't think of his name.
Oh, you talking about Tito's son. Tito Horford's son.
Horford.
Al
Horford.
Yeah.
Where did I know the father and couldn't remember the son?
I was going to say, Lou Tito, but couldn't pull
Tito.
out.
Yeah, man, well, Tito just passed. Tito Jackson passed away.
Tito.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Hey, fellas, I gotta jump off. I gotta get up 3:30 in the morning.
Oh my goodness.
I know, right?
Well, hey, listen, we might come back for the bye week. So just stay tuned. So if I hit you up and let you know for sure.
Yeah, definitely, brothers. It's always a pleasure. It's an honor.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you, my brother.
Get some rest.
Have a good night.
Till next week. Yeah. So, yeah. Everybody is, you know, I ain't gonna say everybody. Let me slow down. Let me slow down a little bit. Everybody ain't going nowhere yet.
No.
But Louis Carnesecca, you know, a giant in the game, you know, responsible for many NBA players. You know, St. John's was in the thick of things year in and year out during his time there. You know, we talked about Chris Mullin and Willie Glass and Malik Sealy and Mark Jackson, Bill Winnington.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what's the one you named? That was Walter Berry. You know, great times, man.
Yeah,
great times.
Terrific.
Great times, man.
Yeah,
I'm you know, and we talked about this before. We did the Big East. We talked about the 80s, the Big East in the 80s. A couple years ago, we did a show. And we pulled up ACC and Big East teams from that time, you know, the sports mix version of some of those, you know, great players. And we had a good time talking about some of them dudes and reminiscing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it you know, and I think Charles Barkley said it. I was watching him a while ago, you know, and he said, man, I think that was the golden era of college basketball, you know. And you know, he talked about, man, how people forget about Patrick Ewing, you know. And he talked about when he met Patrick for the first time, man, and he, you know, how they just thought Patrick was so mean just because of the way he played.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They like, man, should I go speak to him, or
Right.
you know what? You know, but man, so it just that time, you know, the characters, you know, that time produced, you know, it just was a great time to watch college basketball. And I'm glad that was the time that I fell in love with the game. You know, that time right there, them 80s, man, and the Big East, and to have in 85, the Big East had 3 teams in the Final Four. You know, St. John's being one of them. You know, St. John's being one of them, man. I mean, just a great time, man. I probably said a great time about 1 million times here.
And I mean, and then when you think about it, man, that time you talking about Baltimore having the number 1 team in high school. I mean, arguably the greatest high school team ever, with Dunbar and Muggsy and that team, Reggie Williams, Reggie Lewis, and Wingate and all them guys, man. And the Baltimore basketball. I mean, we had the number 1 and 2 teams in the nation at one time. Dunbar and Calvert Hall, with Dwayne Farrell on that team. I mean, it was ranked 1 and 2. I mean, that year, and to see those guys go to college and to be able to watch. I watched Muggsy at Wake Forest in the ACC. We watched Reggie and Wingate over there at Dunbar. Reggie Lewis was killing it up at Northeastern. I mean, we were able to sit back and watch. I watched Len Bias' career at Maryland. I didn't miss a Maryland game with Len Bias on the floor. And people now, you know, they hear about he passed away, and you still hear people saying, man, it's a shame we didn't get him to see him play in the pros. We lived that.
Yeah.
We lived Len Bias, man, and it was such a great time, man. And even the coaches, man, when you think about John Thompson and Lefty Drizel and who's the guy down there at Villanova? Massa,
Rolly Massimino.
Rolly Massimino, and I mean the coaches was Tarkanian over there chewing on a towel for UNLV, man, and you know you had a young Coach K coming in at Duke, you know, Dean Smith at North Carolina. I mean, it was such it was really a glorious time for basketball, and I'm glad I was around to really see that. It was really a special time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no doubt, man. And those coaches brought character to those teams, man. It's almost like the teams took on the characteristics of the coach.
Yeah.
You know, John Thompson with the Hoya paranoia and you know, us against the world, you know, and Tarkanian with the mafia persona, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. He was one of the good guys, and you know, young Rick Pitino was a young coach back then.
Yeah, pretty boy
Rick Pitino, young coach, man. You know, knocked off Reggie and them,
right
in '87. You know, with Providence, man, and so you know, oh man, to
see. I mean, it was so tough, man, because you know, and then with Syracuse, and I say this over again, you know, that when Syracuse was playing Georgetown, and you know, that fan had that sign up in the crowd, you know, beat it, Michael Jackson. Pearl is the real Thriller. One of the greatest signs I've ever seen in the crowd. And you know, Georgetown had Michael Jackson running point guard. And they had Pearl Washington. Beat it, Michael Jackson. Pearl is the real Thriller. Damn.
Hey.
What a pleasure. What a time, man. And even I used to sit around late at night, man, and watch some of the West Coast games, man. Gary Payton over there, and Earl Miner and them boys, and man.
Yeah, Hank Gathers and them.
Yeah, all the boys, Loyola Marymount.
Loyola Marymount, running up, putting up 130, 140 a night.
Yeah, they was balling, man. They was balling, and you know, UNLV had Baltimore guys on the team.
Yeah, the James boys.
James boys went out there. Graham went out there.
Yeah, Graham, yeah.
Yeah, man. That was good times, man. Good times.
Real good times, man. Yeah. So, you know, we will definitely, basketball season is coming.
Yeah.
And, you know, we definitely got some basketball stuff to talk about, man. I would love to have Coach Wade up on here.
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk some basketball with him.
Yeah.
I know some people watching that know the Wades.
Yeah.
You know, I know him as well. I might reach out to him and then see if I can get old Coach up on here.
Yeah.
Talk a little basketball, talk a little Baltimore history. He's definitely a big part of it.
Absolutely.
You know, and probably could share, you know, some great stories.
Oh, yeah.
You know, some great stories, man. So, you know, we basketball guys, you know, and we ain't even talked about Jordan. We ain't even bring Jordan up. We ain't even bring the GOAT up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, he was in that mix, like I say, in the 80s. You know, we saw him.
But I saw something. I pulled up something. I reposted it in the Sportsman's group a couple of days ago. One of the many little short documentaries that was done on Len Bias. And I reposted it probably like 2-3 days ago in the group. And you know, that dude, man, I'm still amazed. You know, I'm still amazed when I watch him. You know what I'm saying? Because man, he made the game look so easy. when I used to work overnight, I would watch them old Maryland games, man, just so I could stay woke. And I seen Lenny put up, I think his last game was against UNLV in the tournament. I think he finished with 31. But I mean, it was an easy 31. It's like he didn't even really work hard to get it. Yeah. The game just came so easy to him, man. And I think it's that. While people that saw him play, man, while we just anticipated what he was going to do when he got to the league, because Maryland, it just college basketball had got too easy for Lenny. It was just the foregone conclusion that he gonna go to the NBA and he gonna be a superstar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was a foregone conclusion. That was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Now, whether he overtook Jordan, all that stuff, that's for, that's good debate.
Yeah.
Good father. We'll never know. I'm just, disappointed like most of us that we didn't get a chance to see it. I'm still in disbelief at times when I see Len Bias, and I just like, man, he really passed away, man. And it's been 38 years. You know what I'm saying? It's unbelievable, man.
And you can only imagine, we can only imagine how good this guy would have become being with that Boston Celtic team and being around Larry Bird and that Boston Celtic culture and speak, man, and for him to be on that team, I mean, you could, that guy, man. Oh boy, yeah,
yeah. We were cheated out of that.
Yeah,
we were cheated out of that, man. I mean, there's no other way to look at that, And then sometimes, when I get in my thoughts, man, I say, sometimes, man, we got what we were supposed to get. You know what I mean? We got just what we were supposed to get, and everything that happened was supposed to happen. Good, bad, or indifferent, and we got exactly what we were supposed to get from Len Bias, and we wasn't supposed to get no more than what we got.
Yeah, and basically, whether we believe that or not, but that's all we got.
That's what we got.
That's what we got.
That's what we got.
Whether you believe that's the way it's meant to be, it could have been different or whatever, but that's what we got.
That's what we got.
That's all we can go on.
Yeah. And I remember, man, I was talking to a young guy a few years ago, and he was asking me like, well, I mean, was he really that good? And I just found it was hard for me to put it into words because usually you can compare him to somebody.
Yeah.
I just couldn't compare him to nobody. I was like, man, there's nobody that came after him that do the things he did or play the game the way he played it. I can't think of one player. I can't think of one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And maybe there have been something. I don't know, but I can't think of one that presented themselves on the court the way Len Bias did. You know what I'm saying?
I thought the Cleveland Cavaliers were crazy.
Yeah.
To draft Brad Daugherty.
Yeah.
And let Len Bias slip to number 2. Now, Brad Daugherty was a 7-footer, 7'1", real good ball player, but special, man.
But
special.
But that it just shows you, it's the difference in mentality and how teams was built.
Yeah.
Because there are people in Portland
getting that big man.
that still,
Still talk about it.
Still talk about, you drafted Sam Bowie over Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
But if you look at the team, the way the team was constructed,
big guys.
That was the obvious pick.
get you a big center was like one of the main things. I mean, Olajuwon went first,
and they just picked Drexler the year before,
and they had Drexler.
And again, we was around. Nobody thought Michael Jordan was going to be Michael Jordan.
No,
not what he became. We knew he was good.
We knew he was a good ball.
We knew he was a good ball player, but nobody can sit here and tell me today that they knew Mike Jordan was going to become what he was.
No,
nobody. And if they tell me that, they lying. You know, because I'm sure Dean Smith didn't even know this.
No. And looking at it, man, I think Dean Smith held him down, held him back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And because Jordan, when he left North Carolina, made that Olympic team, and they started playing the pros in them exhibition games, man, he was spectacular. He was lighting Isaiah and Magic and Bird, all of them.
Yeah.
He was killing them. And Jordan was killing them, man. And I always say, to me, when he came into the league, man, he was the best player.
Oh, yeah.
When he stepped on that floor, man, with Chicago, he was the best player in the league.
And they knew it.
They knew that, man. Even though the Celtics and the Lakers, they were all established teams and everything, but they knew Jordan. And I saw when Magic said, he said, well, we all knew he was coming. And it was just a matter of time. And whether he was able to receive it. And boy, was he able to receive it. I mean, that's what they thought about this guy, man.
Yeah, man.
Jordan was tough. He was tough. I say for the younger guys who came up in the Kobe era, you have to understand that this guy, Kobe Bryant, spent his whole life, his whole career, his whole life trying to be somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
And you praise this man, Kobe, and he deserves it because of what he did on the court. But if you just understand that this man spent his whole career trying to be like Jordan, man, that lets you know how tough Jordan was.
Say less.
Yeah.
Say less.
Right.
You know, because I can go on and on about Jordan. But I will say this, because you know him and Isaiah have been having his little back and forth with Mike, his little personal stuff. But one thing about that, Isaiah is on record many times praising Mike, telling him how tough he is. And back there with that Olympic team was one of them times, where he said, we was watching him in the warm up in the layup line, and like, yeah, he a little different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
he a little different. His layups look a little different than everybody else's.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And when you're a ball player, you notice things about other ball players that the average person wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? And so they looking at this dude in the layup line in the warm-ups, and they sizing him up, saying, okay, yeah, we better bring the lunch pails tonight.
Yeah.
He looked like he gonna be different. And you could have bought the lunch pails, the shovels, everything. It wasn't gonna matter. Because that dude was on a mission. He was on a mission.
Yeah. Isaiah knew. Isaiah was praising him all throughout.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And again, I say, when I heard Jordan speak about Isaiah on The Last Dance, and I'm always looking for the best.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always looking for the best. And Jordan said, he said the man was a bitch. Is that what he called him?
Yeah.
He said Isaiah's a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
He said, but he also said in that statement that he's the second greatest point guard next to Magic.
Yeah.
And that's the thing I heard.
Yeah.
All right, man, I kind of just pushed that to the side. And I was like, dang, Jordan gave this dude some heavy praise, man. He said he's the second greatest point guard next to Magic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, can't take that away from him as a ball player. He said, but he's a bitch. And to me, Isaiah has proven his statement, man. I mean, he's making Jordan the bitch thing true.
Yeah.
All the stuff, him flipping on his idea, him talking all this crap. I mean, Isaiah's making himself look really, really, really bad.
Weekly.
All the time. He keep taking shots at Jordan. And Jordan ain't said shit.
Yeah, he ain't saying nothing.
He ain't said nothing.
Nothing.
He just letting Isaiah run around and talk all this crap. Oh well. Oh well.
Yeah, we gonna have to dig into that too.
Yeah.
You know, we gonna have to dig into that as you know, we get further into it.
Yeah.
You know, basketball season is amongst us.
Yeah.
So there will definitely be some more basketball talk coming. Yeah, but this you know, bye week coming up. You know, the 4 games left for the Ravens. Giants, Steelers, Texans, and the Browns. Texans on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh on Saturday, December the 21st. And the Giants on the 15th. And the Cleveland game don't even have a date on my schedule. I don't know what they, you know, I guess they got they reserved the right to play a Saturday or Sunday game at that point. That last week of the season.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Even where they may even flex the game to a night game. We don't know. But
yeah.
Well, yeah, it was good energy today. You know,
absolutely.
despite the Ravens' loss.
Yeah.
You know, we had fun with it. You know, had a lot of people checking in, which was cool. You know, good to see a lot of people checking in, viewing, hoping that they sharing and liking and telling their friends about the sports mix.
Mm-hmm.
You know, every Tuesday, 9:00 here. You know, so that's all I got, man. You know, it's been a good ride. Even like I say, even though we lost this week, you know. And again, show tonight was dedicated to Medrick Burnett Jr. from Alabama A&M. You know, send prayers out to his family, man, and to the Alabama A&M football program and to the university down there. Just want to, you know, send some love from Baltimore, from the Sports Mix, you know, to that young man. Salute. You know, and Coach Louis Carnesecca as well. Condolences to him. But yeah, that's it, man. That's all I got. I'm ready to, you know, get ready for the next one.
Yeah.
So you know, I guess I'll watch some football this Sunday. You know, kind of see what's on and
hold on.
You know. Coach Prime got a big win last weekend. You know,
yeah.
They going to the bowl. They're not going to be able to go to the championship. That losing that game the week before kind of did them in for that. But you know, hell of a season for Coach Prime in Colorado. Did you see the move? He did when he walked his boys out?
I saw that. So I went to a certain point. He stopped that thing, pivoted, and went the other way.
Hey, I ain't know Coach Prime can still move like that.
Right. I know he ain't working out with 10 toes. I know that. But he put a pivot move in.
Yes, sir. And got up out of there.
Got up out of there, man.
I like how they did that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like as Dion said, you know, we ain't walking up there together.
Right.
Now, I'll walk him to her, and that's it.
Or maybe she said it.
Maybe.
Or maybe both agreed upon it, you know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I saw Shiloh said, man, it's like World War III trying to get them to walk.
That's what I heard. They really tried. They tried to get them out there, but it didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
Did not happen.
Well, there's always draft night.
Yeah.
You know, wonder where they all be sitting at the table together in the
Get
green.
how that play out. Get that would play out.
Yeah. See, fuck Dion fuck around. We working on the telecast or something.
Yeah.
You know, he pull that move like, nah.
I remember when he interviewed our guy.
Oh, Lamar.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gonna get a Super Bowl out of me.
He gonna get a Super Bowl
out of me. Man. You can bet that.
He meant
Believe
that. Meant that shit.
Yeah.
That green suit on.
I still believe it.
Yeah, I'm there. Yeah, I'm there
I
with
still
you.
believe it.
I'm with you, Lamar.
Yes, sir. And shout out to Lamar's mother for cussing him out.
Yeah.
You know, hey, you know, sons need a good cussing out every now and then from their mommies.
I always like that woman.
You know? Yeah, me too.
Hoping to bump into her somewhere, you know.
You know, maybe at a Royal Farm.
Maybe get a Royal Farm cussing Justin Tucker's ass out. Right.
Yeah. Oh man, well.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go because I'm getting silly. I'm about to be on my stand-up routine in a minute.
Exactly. It's bedtime when it gets like that.
Yeah, because you know.
Yeah, it start getting silly.
My son told me I need to get on stage. I don't think I'm that funny. But my son seemed to think so. So
yeah, it's an art to that, boy.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm that artistic.
Yeah, I keep coming with the joke.
You know. All right, my brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Been fun, man. We'll see you next week, 9:00. You know, we have some bi-week stuff going on.
Yeah, we have some good stuff to talk about, some subject matter I'm sure gonna come up, and we'll be able to dig into some things. Touch on the Ravens a little bit.
We preview the Giants game.
Yeah.
In the last month of the season.
Yeah.
Yep.
All good.
All right, but thank everybody for tuning in. Out.